Good morning and Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and I wish everyone the best, happy, healthy new year that we can. I've just come down to do a little bit of cleaning today and a little bit of a mooch around, just check on everyone, make sure that everything's going all right. Did a little bit of feeding last night, so the 6 babies that I have from the most recent Royal Python clutch, they are strike feeding every time without fail now, which is an absolute achievement when you get to that stage. It makes you really happy. It's a nightmare when they won't feed. It can be quite stressful. So yeah, that's a great achievement. I've got Ginger out at the moment, so she's usually my first job when I come into the snake room. She is one of the babies, as you guys will know if you've seen any of my previous videos really. I do get Ginger out quite a lot. And that's just to get her really habituated to being touched and handled, because obviously she is going to be a giant snake at some stage, or in the near future. And I don't want a snake that I'm going to be afraid of or that I can't handle or mess around with if I need to take her to the vet, for example, or anything like that. So I've noticed a little distinct change in Ginger's behaviour recently, which I wasn't expecting this soon on, but she's quite a confident snake, so I guess it kind of makes sense. So they do go through a stage, these big snakes, of obviously when they first hatch, they're prey, so they'll be predated on by anything bigger than them basically. So they tend to be very defensive. They'll be quite quick to bite because they're afraid and they think you're going to eat them. Ginger never really did that, but what they do is they get to a size really when they think, actually I'm getting a little bit big now, I'm confident people aren't going to try and eat me, and it kind of dawns on them that they are an apex predator. And I wouldn't say that she's become more aggressive, but I would say she's become more confident and a lot more confrontational would be the word. She's not tried to bite me. She has struck at the glass a few times, but it's generally if I've got food out for her, and she's very food orientated. So I'm just making quite a conscious effort at the moment. Every time I come down, I grab her out, give her a good handling. It's really good exercise for her as well. It's really good for them to use the muscles and get them moving around and get her working hard to hang on and things like this. It's really good for their muscles and their tone and their health overall. When they're in a vivarium all the time, she does move around. She does, she's got wood and stuff in there that she moves onto, but it's not the same as having to wrap her whole body and hold on to something to stop herself falling basically. So this is what I'm doing with her at the moment, just handling her probably most days really, if not every other day, just to really get her used to being handled and messed around with, because as I've said, I don't want a snake that's unhandleable as we move forward, which is what we've got here. So this is a tiger reticulated python female in here. She's probably I don't know, 10-ish feet, very quick to bite, doesn't hesitate to bite. I've got away without being bit by her so far, but she has bit my husband, and I'm going to have to put quite a lot of work into making her trust us, really. Not sure how that's going to go, but we'll see as we go forward. So I'm going to just do a little bit of cleaning today, a little bit of mooching through, making sure that everyone's all right, and obviously I'm going to bring you lot on for the ride and just see what's going on. I think my rainbow boa's gravid, so we'll get her out and have a look at her. We'll talk about that in a minute. So let's crack on. Okay, so I was just going through some tubs, spot cleaning, changing waters and cleaning bowls and all that good stuff. And I came to Silver and I thought actually what might be quite cool before we get out Roxy, who's the Brazilian rainbow boa, is just to show a normal boa first. So this is kind of normal in the loosest sense. So this is, he's a boa imperator, which is just a common boa. But he's obviously not a normal morph. So he's motley, he's anerythristic, and he's het for some stuff as well, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Sharp albino, I think, being one. But he is pretty cool. He's dull at the moment. He is just about to shed. But I'm hoping that you'll kind of get to see a little bit of his iridescence. He's got the coolest solid stripe going down his tail, really dark, which I absolutely love. So yeah, this is Silver. Silver came to me from a breeder, and he was a little bit of a handful, to be honest, to begin with. He was really quite small. I'd probably just been kind of maintenance fed as a baby so that he didn't get too big, which is, you know, a lot of people do that. But he's doing really well, as you can see. I was just looking at, the reason I've wanted to hit record is I was just looking at him thinking what ace condition he's in. So I don't overfeed Silver. He would eat every day if I offered it to him. But what I love are these lines that run down his sides. You can see they've got longitudinal muscles that run down them, and you can see when they tense, like the striation in the muscle, and I absolutely love seeing that on the side of a boa constrictor, because what that tells you is they've got that definition and they're not overweight. So I like handling Silver. I probably don't handle him as much as I should, to be honest. When he first came, my husband put a lot of work into him. My husband really likes boas, and he put a lot of work into him to get him to tame down a bit, because he was, as I said, a bit of a handful. But I just thought I'd share a bit of Silver, because why not, really? Let's get Roxy out and see what she's up to. Okay, so this is Roxy. Like I said, she's a Brazilian rainbow boa. I'm trying to hold her very gently and very supportively, because obviously I don't want to make her uncomfortable at all. So she is currently in shed. She has been through her blue phase and she's now kind of clearing up. So I would expect her to shed in the next day or two. You can see she's perfectly happy with being handled. I've never had any issues with my rainbow boas in terms of handling or aggression. They have always been very placid, very laid back and very happy to be handled. So that's her. But what I have noticed is kind of here in this area and where my hands are, she's very round underneath, which is absolutely not normal for her. She feels very full, she looks very full, and she's got kind of a ridge here, sort of midway down, and then a bulge underneath. So I'm fairly confident that she's gravid. I've never bred rainbow boas before. I was only half-heartedly put the male in this year. She is 4 now, so she's technically old enough, but I probably would have liked her to be a little bit bigger. I kind of had in the back of my head that she'd probably breed next year, to be honest. But she's obviously decided that, you know, she's ready, and so, you know, I'll go with that. But you can probably see from kind of here, about here and on her body, she becomes a lot more swollen underneath. I hope you can see that. I can see that really well from my angle, but so from here back, you've got this swelling here from coming underneath. I'm not sure if I'm even on the frame. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Obviously I'm going to take the male out now, and give her a bit of peace and quiet, make sure she's well hydrated, and the humidity levels are good for her, to make sure that she doesn't have any issues with giving birth. But she's absolutely lovely. I've never had any problems with any of these boas. I absolutely love them. And we'll wait and see. Okay, so I just need to run through, replace waters, spot clean, make sure that everyone is okay. So I literally just rinse out the water bowls, stick them back in, fill it up, and I'll always mist the back of the enclosures with my little mist setting. Okay. This boy's wondering why he's not been in with any females. So we're happy. Next year. Right. That's no problem. Had a bit of a rough shed, so let's get her nice and wet. And I'll come back down tomorrow. If she's still struggling, I will soak her. got, I think I've said it before, I've got quite a lot of like het, recessive stuff. So a lot of those just kind of look like normal snakes. This girl is the bane of my life at the moment. So she doesn't want to eat. So this girl is the Mojave Cinnamon Triple Het Mule Ghost and Desert Ghost. And she is not wanting to eat. So she used to be one of my best feeders actually. She's very cantankerous and they normally feed well. But she's being an absolute pest at the moment. So let's see. She's quite, like I said, cantankerous. Alright. So this is her. This is Cinder's. Alright. So she's very pretty, but she doesn't like me. And she will bite me for no reason really. So that's her. I would really would have liked her to be up to size. She was the first female that I got from Marco, from Northeast. Over in Europe, she was the first pet mule I got, so she's pretty special to me. And I was hoping she was going to be ready first, but you know, as with everything in this kind of game, they decide, and she decided that she was going to stop eating for me. So this is the normal triple het female that I've got. I'll put her out in a minute. She's absolutely lovely. She's grown well. She's got a little bit of stuck shed. I don't think I'll pair her this year. I think she's still too small. I generally don't weigh my snakes. A lot of people do, but I think you can kind of tell when they're ready, when they're not. This girl is also, I've obviously not been keeping up properly with my humidity because there's a few snakes that have had some rough sheds. So tomorrow probably will be soak day, and I'll come down and get a load to soak. I've got a baby rack which I don't use for babies at the moment, but I have kept it because it's handy for soaking. So I'll fill the tubs up with warm water, turn it on, and it'll keep them warm so I can kind of stick them in there. So while I'm cleaning or doing whatever in here, they can be in there soaking quite happy. And this snake has got a stuck eye cap, so I'm just going to try and get that off actually. So this is the triple het female, so she is triple het for a mule, ghost and desert ghost. She's got a little bit of shed there. Oh, that's come off, not too bad. She's doing really good. She never fails to eat a meal, this girl. I think maybe I might pair her in a few months' time, see how that goes. But let me just see if I can get her eye cap off. There we go. There it is. So I've got wet hands, that always helps. So sometimes they get a little, hopefully that will, if I get my face out of the way it might focus. A little bit of an eye cap just stuck on their eye. That's off now, so she'll be much happier. There you go. See, I'm not so bad. So this girl is doing really well. As I said, might pair her later in the season, give her a bit more food first, see how she gets on. I don't see that very often. I don't get many stuck eye caps. That was quite a good thing to show. Who have we got here? It's missing you, sorry. So a bit of spot cleaning. All of this substrate is pretty new. So I'm not doing full changes today. There we go. we'll get them out and have a look. So this is a lesser Mojave, and both of those are on the blue-eyed leucistic complex. So when they mix together, you get an expression of both the genes. You get a all-white snake with blue eyes, which is pretty cool. Come here, you. Hi. Oh, that's a bit of a hissy. Let's just get some poo. So this is him. So an all-white snake with blue eyes. I step off, might focus on him better. He's lovely. Really nice snake. Everyone loves a white snake, don't they? Alright, let's move on again. Bit of water for you. There you go, darling. Go back in your hide. Him. So, who else have we got? Hello. Hi. So this is just a het clown female. So she's lovely. She's got a nice busy pattern. You can always tell with the, well, you can't always tell the het clown, but they usually have quite nice colouring. They have quite a little bit more subtle, vivid colours, and they just look a bit nice. So you're very lovely, aren't you? And you didn't have a terrible shed. Right, what are we on, missed? Bit of water. So a lot of snake keeping, as you can see, is not exciting and sexy at all. It's cleaning, making sure that the animals are happy and healthy. So I can't open this girl's tub without getting her out. So she is one of my absolute favourites. Come here, gorgeous. I'm going to be quite gentle with her. So she's been bred. So this is Aurora, and she is Desert Ghost, Cinnamon, Het and Mule, and she is absolutely spectacular. She has been bred by Elris, who is my pewter triple Het. So he's Het, a Mule, Desert Ghost and Ghost. He is in here. Hello, mister. So that's him, and they have paired quite a few times, probably 5 or 6 times this season. What's quite exciting is that Orion, who is the same as Aurora, but he's also 66% Het Ghost. He has just yesterday realised what to do with his hemipenes. So he paired with my Bamboo Cinnamon Fire girl yesterday. So I think I'll take him out from there once they have finished doing what they need to do, and I'll give him a couple of days rest, and then I'll put him in with her, because obviously that would be a pretty impressive clutch to have kind of all visual Desert Ghost and then combinations of the other stuff thereafter. So she just gets better with age, this snake, and that's the desert ghost obviously influencing her. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's got some decent size on her now, but surprisingly I got her quite a little while after. She's quite a bit younger than Cinders, which is the triple het female that I got out earlier. But she just eats. She eats. I don't overfeed her, but she doesn't refuse a meal. So she's doing really good. She's got a lovely round shape to her underneath, and I'm fairly confident that she'll go this year. But this is the one that I'm the most excited about, because she's just so pretty, and the chance of just producing more like her is really exciting. So that's Aurora. You go back in there, sweetie. She's really good handling snakes. She's always really curious. I know for well if I put her back in, she's going to just come back out again. Shall we? There we go. Let's get your ball back. A few little bits. And there. So I'm done, finished cleaning. I didn't record all the cleaning because frankly it bores me, so I'm pretty damn sure it'll bore you lot as well. I just thought I'd finish off with some of the babies from the most recent clutch. So you can see there. So this was a pewter male to my cinnamon leopard lesser female. And I'm hoping, so it's either a normal pewter or my pewter, which is Elris, and he carries triple het. We saw him earlier for 3 recessive genes, so I'm hoping that it's him. So we've got a mixture of babies here, absolutely beautiful. They're all eating extremely well. There's probably only one male of this clutch that I would let go, and that's just a straight cinnamon male. He's still in there, I didn't get him out. This one here is a boy, and that's a leopard lesser, I believe, and he'll probably stay because I don't have a lot of leopard in my collection. I really like it, and the rest are kind of mixtures of those genes. So pretty cool clutch, all eating really well. I'm going to leave it there because I didn't video most of the cleaning because frankly it's quite boring. But anyway. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, I'd really appreciate the support if you haven't already. Click the notification bell so that you know when I upload another video. Share this video to other social media platforms if you know other people that might be interested in this sort of stuff as well. And I'll see you again